Hello, my name is Kory, and I am a Star War.
And my name is Kory, and I am also a Star War.
And my name is Jim, and I am a Star War.
And we
are motherfucking
Star War. Bing. So this is a mini episode. Let's go ahead and, before I set the timer, if you're not following us on socials already, we're on Instagram at We Are a Star War, and you can follow us on Facebook as well. Just search for We Are a Star War. We're not really on any of the other socials.
You won't regret it.
And give us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Pretty please.
You would do that, that would be the shit. Mini episode topic. Let me find it, and then we'll hit my timer. The mini topic: pick one thing you could erase from Star Wars canon forever. Would it be? These were some of the questions that you posed to Kory Martin. Mm-hmm. This is Kory's question. Midichlorians? Question mark. Boba Fett falling into the Starlight Pit? Question mark. Blowing up the Razor Crest? Question mark. Vader kills the younglings? Question mark. And baby Leia chased through the forest by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That happened, right?
It did.
That's mine.
That literally happened.
That's the one I would put.
So we're going, let me set the timer. So stopwatch and
I think they were playing Bugs Bunny music while she was running. Mm-hmm. And it was like dun, 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 dun.
So out of all of those prompts, you're mad at the direction in an episode and not the actual action itself.
Well, it's also, of all of the prompts, it's the least consequential. Right?
I don't remember what happens in the show anymore.
Just her running away from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. And then, but then they catch her, and then he rescues her.
If you compare that to midichlorians, you're making less of a change by removing the forest run with the chili peppers.
So you're trying to avoid changing canon altogether, is what you're saying.
And now we're going to get the DMCA takedown notice from Kathleen Kennedy's lawyer.
So out of everything canon that you could remove, you would remove bad direction.
Here's another thing.
Because the scene...
That's that's a different answer, because then the answer is yes. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of bad direction that I would take out.
Here's another one that I thought of that I didn't write on there. But in the beginning of Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin gets to the bridge and he sees Grievous.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, Grievous, you're shorter than I thought you'd be. Because of that line, when they went on and made the entire Clone Wars show, they could never have the two of them meet because he said that. So if you just took out that one little line, then in all the Clone Wars, Grievous can be a bigger player and they can fight each other and stuff like that. That'd be fun.
They can make up. They might even have to team up on a quirky heist.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. They don't want to.
But they have to.
But how else are we getting off this planet?
There's no way they're getting out of this alive.
We don't have enough credits between you and me. I don't carry credits. Let's do a whole show about credits. I don't understand the money.
I don't either.
Well, okay, but we started this one.
Write that down.
Which one would you do? Which one would you change?
What can you remove, sir?
I hadn't thought about it too much. The baby Leia thing doesn't bother me because I'm just they could have fixed that in editing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Made some cuts a little sooner. Make this look a little less awkward. But I wouldn't change the Starlight Pit because then you get that story in Book of Boba Fett. Blah, blah, blah. Also, Patton Oswalt's epic rant and whatnot on Parks and Rec
that became true.
That became true.
Yeah.
I would say blowing up the Razor Crest because now we just don't have the fucking Razor Crest anymore.
Right. I get from a character perspective, he's changing his role from being, I think you were the one that was saying he's no longer a bounty hunter. Now he's a father.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But you're right. He could have been
said that.
No.
I think you said that yourself.
I mean, I'll take it, but I don't think I said that.
That doesn't sound like me.
Anyway. But now, they could have been, I'm trading it in.
I mean, it looks like a Winnebago.
It does.
It looks like Lone Star's ship from Spaceballs. So they totally could have just like put a little nursery in there for Grogu, and it could have been like their freaking camper.
Yeah.
And now they're camping. And they
But
go camping
it was a
everywhere.
great moment to take it all away from Mando. I mean, losing it all, right?
Yeah.
That was a good beat.
It's a good show.
Is there anything else? You guys would
My
take
real
away?
answer is midichlorians. I would take that shit out. They don't serve no purpose.
They actually like lessen the coolness.
It was
of
like
the Force.
Lucas being like,
100%.
here's a reason. And then never talking about it ever again.
Right.
Yeah, and we don't need those reasons. I would remove the droids.
All of them?
Just 3PO and R2D2.
Controversy ensues.
Hot take. Hottest take so far. I don't need every time I land on a swampy planet and I'm scared and then it's like, man, where are we? This is terrifying. Oh, thanks, Scooby. Thanks for beeping and blurring at me. Like, you can't put a talk box in those things? How come half of them can talk and half of them just beep beep?
Do y'all remember earlier when you called me producer?
Yeah.
You're fucking fired. Get out of our podcast. This is mine and Jim's podcast now.
They don't even make sense. Why they shouldn't be in the prequels? How about that?
Okay, but we get Anakin building.
R2 made
R2 can
sense.
be there. There's no reason for a slave boy to build himself a robot butler. It's stupid.
Because he didn't want to do them chores, cuz.
That's true.
So he was like subcontracting his slave work.
Yes.
Ooh, maybe we could take slaves out.
That would be good.
Maybe we should do
don't-
that.
Maybe we should take slaves out of Star Wars.
They don't really need slaves.
But then
Yeah.
that basically eliminates the whole clone army, right? They're not slaves, but they're, pretty close.
Yeah, because they're people.
Engineered to die. Right?
Yeah. There's some dark stuff going on in this show sometimes, you know?
Sometimes. Hey, you're
But
talking about this podcast.
If we take
right?
away
Yeah.
slaves, we don't get slave Leia, though.
True. But that's a different.
Well, we would
story.
just call her Prisoner
hold
Leia.
up.
Yeah.
She would just be Prisoner Leia.
There you go.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't really a slave. She wasn't, like, doing shit except sitting there.
She was
She
doing
had no
something.
duties.
Did you say giving up that booty?
No.
You said it.
I said she has no duties. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
That's for our PG-13 episode.
back to our back to midichlorians.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't need those, probably.
Yeah, that's one of those things that they picked up and then dropped and then picked up again. It was like, everybody can be. No, Palpatines can be.
Mm-hmm.
No broom boys. Except for the hundreds of Jedi that are wandering the galaxy, not helping Luke.
782
I mean,
Jedi.
we just happen to see them.
There's so many of them.
Order 66 was really about a really, really long hide-and-seek game.
They did kill lots of Jedi, just not all of them.
Yeah.
Like
They
we
killed
were
all
led
the
to
kids.
believe.
That's all who
And
Anakin
as
could
far
get.
as far as Obi-Wan knew, there weren't that many Jedi left.
Would everything still make sense and fall in line if we didn't see him kill the kids? We'd be sitting here right now saying, there were younglings there. Did he kill them too? We'd be doing that,
Right.
but we wouldn't know. Is it worse that we know?
It does give the character of Darth Vader a certain level of he don't fuck aroundness.
It's also not the first time he did it.
Right. He killed the sand people, women and children.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, he's a genocidal maniac.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But he called her Snips, so we love him.
We love him again.
Yeah, well, our love for Anakin goes up to the point where he kills the sand people.
Yeah, once he becomes intergalactic Hitler, it's
Because
hard
he was pretty fucking mad at that point and was on the turn, right?
You know what I would like is a Padme. This is the next episode already. I'd like a Padme spinoff.
Okay. But that's not removing anything from canon, though.
No, I already removed whatever I wanted to from canon.
So pretend that you're listening to our last episode.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and we're still talking about
Spin-offs,
spinoffs.
yeah.
Padme, she needs a better thing than
100%.
I got sad and so I died.
Padme needs...
There's there's a little wiggle room in there where it's like what you didn't see was her laying on the bed and saying, oh, also I have brain cancer. I never told anybody.
Right.
I hope that doesn't kick in right now. Or something.
What was her character?
Oh, yeah. Force chokes her from across.
That's Jane Foster.
Yeah. Yeah. She's still out there. And she's in great shape.
So did you,
just fine.
for the rest of the episode, did we want to answer Scott's question, or do we want to do...
I think we're good on canon. What's Scott's question? What do you think?
What was the question?
Was there more canon that you wanted to remove, Kory?
No. We're good.
What was the question? I'm sorry. I thought you sent it to me and it is probably there, but...
I did. I sent it to you.
My bad.
All right. So from our buddy Scott, instead of What If...
Shout out, Scott.
We get a show called Somehow. What Star Wars events get rewritten and immediately dismissed with a somehow?
Well, the prompt for that came from somehow Palpatine Return.
Such a trigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
I think
Scott.
you could actually parlay it into the previous question or the previous prompt about what canon would you remove?
Change, yeah.
Because like you could say somehow the editing was tighter on Baby Leia escaping. Right? But then she goes and gets almost caught again, and it's, the Red Hot Chili Peppers again.
I mean, we basically got our somehow for Boba Fett. Somehow he survived.
Yeah, that was cool. We got live action Cad Bane.
And somehow we survived getting our bottom half chopped off for Darth Maul.
That's true.
They go through that in Rebels, but they don't explain it. I mean, it's got some shit to do with the witches and like him basically being cauterized from the waist down, right? And then they put robotic legs on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, somehow Darth Maul returned. But we got that sort of in Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Need to go outside the box on this.
Yeah.
Think of something crazy.
Do that. We'll wait.
What if we just all look at each other and go,
What about on Bespin, instead of Luke escaping through the big hole or whatever, what if he knocks Darth Vader? I'm doing what if, I'm not doing somehow.
But finish your story. I was
Well, what if he carbon freezes Vader? And he's like, no. Now I'm in charge.
that seemed like a what if and not a somehow.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that
why I
was the point.
stopped halfway through.
I just wanted to hear the end of it.
I'm not doing this right.
Well, I mean, we're 14 minutes in. We don't have to keep going. We can cut it with that if we got no other ideas.
Let's talk about droids for 6 minutes.
Let's talk about droids.
Okay, Kory wants to know if
First, I'll apologize. I know that the droids are telling part of the story, and it's through their eyes, and R2-D2 is the real narrator of the story.
C-3PO and R2-D2 are the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern of the Star Wars world.
That's fine. Good. Yeah.
Are they sentient, and should we be more freaked out about how they are treated?
So, Solo movie. What was her name?
L3.
Yeah. I mean, she's like the most fleshed out. Her, K2SO, those are like very fleshed out, very people-y robots. Like they have personalities, they have thoughts, they have desires, they hurt, they feel pain and suffering and stuff like that.
Yeah. Chopper is...
B2 emo is very emo.
Yeah.
Very sad all the time.
I don't know. I mean, it probably depends on their programming. right? I mean,
they're like,
but the battle
programmed to be
droids,
sad.
the battle droids were afraid to get blown up. They didn't want to die, right?
Yeah.
They were always going, whoa,
Yeah,
or something like that.
they
Roger,
did.
Roger.
That was a.
I mean,
nailed
I think
it.
they do have fifis to an extent, right?
They have fifis.
And like Chopper is sarcastic and is an asshole, and
Well,
you
that
know.
one, I don't remember where was it inside the sandcrawler where they flip that robot upside down and brand the bottom of his feet, and you see the steam shooting off and he's screaming like that. They're like torturing him and pain and suffering, and this stuff is, and then they're just like, we'll wipe your brain.
And didn't they
won't
use
remember.
that robot in Mandalorian season 3? And it's a big battery.
R5D4.
There you go.
Yeah,
What he said.
so it doesn't have, but it screamed.
No,
Yes,
I think it does have feelings because he screamed.
Yeah, I mean, R2's kind of sassy a little bit here and there throughout. C-3PO, not so much. I mean, he's just kind of like, here's the facts.
He got real wispy one of those times that they thought he was going to die in that last movie.
But then he was also taken apart in Empire and just hauled around in Chewie's backpack.
You're talking about when Babu Frick.
When he's like, I'm taking one last look at my friends.
Right.
That was nice. That was wistful.
Yeah, they sentient,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I agree.
So if that is true, then they're treated real bad.
Then why do you hate them? They got fifis too.
I mean,
Because they ruin the flow of what I want
How?
sometimes.
How?
I know. That's right. I don't like it.
But what about Chewbacca's scream? They do the same thing with him.
I don't know. Chewbacca, I don't know.
You say you hate Chewbacca and I will cut you.
Oh, no. Nobody hates Chewbacca.
He's the best.
And I don't hate all the droids.
Which ones?
I mean, I like, what's this guy? Hung Wang?
I said Hu Yang in the last one, but I know that's wrong.
can't
Is
be
it
Hu Yang.
is it Huang?
Huang.
I think it's
Huang Chung.
crotchety old Jedi robot trainer.
Yeah, but he's cool. And he had a fight with that bad robot.
And
And
the little punchy arms that came out, his little T-Rex arms came
yeah,
out.
little things, and was hitting them and stuff. It was cool. I like that fight.
That was cool.
And the bad robot put its bad robot hand over his robot mouth, and he was like, no. And I'm like, does that work on a robot that you can muffle their mouth?
Sure.
I guess it's a speaker
Yeah, it's just a matter of
it right
blocking the
there.
sound waves.
with the robot fingers. It was funny to me. But
What was the prompt? What are we talking about?
droids.
Are they sentient, and should we be more freaked out by how they're treated?
I say yes.
They're treated pretty well in most
treated
aspects, but
poorly.
they do get fucked up.
But it's really weird if somebody came up to you and they were like, you know what, we're gonna give you a new job tomorrow, so now we're gonna wipe your memory clean completely.
fucked up.
That's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
And then C-3PO walks around looking like a chump all the time because he never remembers that he already met people. In that movie, everybody fake died one time. They were
Which
like,
one?
in Rise of Skywalker. They're like, Chewie's dead. No, he's fine. Never mind. Oh no, we're gonna have to kill 3PO. Oh, he's fine. We fixed him. Oh no, that planet blew up. That lady's on it with Babu. Oh, they're fine. That whole movie was just psych.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah.
Is that a how to hell?
Somehow everybody survived.
If we made how to hell shirts, would anybody buy one?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Maybe one of y'all. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll make one.
I would just make one with a marker to spite you.
But then we take a picture of him wearing that shirt and put that on TeePublic
Yes.
A photo.
of Kory
Like a
Martin.
heat press. Do they do heat presses? Well, I think that's probably it, right? We didn't quite make it to 20 minutes on that one. But that's okay. We have 1 minute. Do y'all want to talk?
We could
just
talk about Star
so we
Wars for
can
a minute.
anticipate the buzzer.
I mean, we can talk about Drew some more.
Drew?
I like Drew.
Super fan Drew.
Super fan Drew.
Shout out Drew. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to sponsor our show and like send us money and we'll talk about you for like 20 minutes, we'll do that.
Get your whole
for a lot of money and stuff.
own mini episode.
Yeah.
Your own.
We'll change the name of it to whatever you're.
We are a Jeff.
We are a Jeff.
We are a King's Tires. We have a price.
We are a beer. Do we know any beers?
Oh yeah, we are a beer.
We are a bourbon. Can we
are.
will this shit into existence?
I think you can manifest your light into existence.
I have spoken.
This is the way. What flavor of Coca-Cola is that, Kory?
Looks like cherry.
It's cherry zero for the sugar. There's no sugar in it.
How about that? How about that pumpkin whoopie pie next to you? Is there any sugar in that?
That is only sugar. It's just a pile of sugar.
It's a pile of sugar.
But it's delicious. Laura Senecal, good job.
Shout out Laura Senecal.
Shout out to the Ollie's in Florence, Alabama. It's a really good Ollie's. If you're listening from Florence, Alabama, go there and buy a bunch of Star Wars toys. They have a lot of
I
them.
bought this Iron Man today.
I bought an
which is
Iron
not a
Man there
Star
today.
Wars.
And I never brought out the other two that I bought.
Are they for the
Suddenly occurs
podcast?
to me. Yeah. I mean,
Should we listen to this?
Yeah, we're
A
listening.
quick
right now.
reveal?
Here, Jim, just open.
Whoa. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
go.
shit.
Saw Gerrera.
Tusken Raider. Time's up, but we'll give it a second. Hell yeah.
Saw Gerrera and a Tusken Raider from Ollie's.
We have, this will go in the Star Wars bag that I bring with me for episodes.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you, Kory.
For a purely audio
Thank you.
medium, we do have a lot of stuff going on here that none of you can see.
I post pictures on
That's the plastic.
Instagram every once in a while. This is an ASMR episode again with Jim opening the toy.
My mic's too hot.
This is the Black Series Tusken Raider from the archive, it looks like.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
it looks good.
Look at that shit.
This is Rogue One, a Star Wars story, Saw Gerrera.
He got a lazy eye and everything. They really got in there.
Yeah, really, they captured the panic and the paranoia.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You.
If you would like to send us toys, you can.
Me?
Send us a DM on the socials and
Yeah,
we'll tell you where to
hit
send
us
us
up.
toys.
Yeah.
And we will talk about you and your toys on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a Star War. Find us on social media at We Are a Star War. And we'll talk to y'all next time.
Be safe.
Good night.
May the Force be with you.
Star Wars. We're a Star.